Bro, I know we said we'll uber cool to work and all. But my only question is, do we have to go this early?
We're going to Goa, brother.
Where?
We're going to Goa, not office.
Oh. So we're actually in Goa, apparently. Y'all ever just chill around and just think to yourself and wonder, what the f***'s happening, bro? WTF is happening in the world? Well, that's exactly what we're here to answer. WTF is Happening is a series that we have started, an IP by the team of WTF. One sec. Where we talk about everything that has to do with taste, culture, and creativity. Creativity.
Sam can't say creativity.
I can't say creativity, apparently. So, welcome.
How do I know everyone?
I mean, we worked together. Yeah. We all went through the interview process at some point, and then we all joined an organization called WTF.
We are here for our first ever offsite after working a lot for the podcast, for an offline event. We, I think, deserved this much needed break.
So we bullied Nikhil into doing it for us, in a certain sense.
What do offsites mean to you all? What do you recollect when you hear that?
It's just me partying on company money. One time that I thank venture capitalists because in the past, I feel like I've only been to Goa on offsites. Like in the past 4 years, I've come to Goa so many times, but just on company money. At this point, I stopped making plans with friends to come to Goa because I'm like, some company will take me, bro.
I feel like offsites are just that they're so strategically planned. Just when you're almost done with work, just in that minute, like you're almost done. You're like, oh my God, I'm so done. Offsite.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to just for
company
the boost.
motivation is just like right on the cliff. It's like,
yeah.
Come save it.
Like my one-liner is that offsites are corporate version of breadcrumbing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you explain to our older audience what breadcrumbing is?
Just exactly what I said. Just when you start to get burnt out, you are overworking or things are just getting monotonous, the companies give you just enough to keep you going, to bring back the acceleration.
What I love about this is the openness of this conversation. Like, it's all like knowledge for me to be like, how do I do this better next time? And how do Nandini and me make this better?
Do you remember when we were kids and we had to go to a sleepover? So we were like, we went up to our moms, was like, can I go to a sleepover? And they'll be like, ask your dad for permission. It's exactly like that at WTF. I'll tell you, I have 3 managers. It'll start with Deepa. I'll tell her, this is what you're planning. She's like, okay, talk to Meghna about it. When I go to Meghna, it's like, okay, yeah. Talk to Bilal about it. And Bilal is Bilal. So and then it's like a circle. Yeah.
I think my expectation was just like, this high hope of not having to share the room with anyone. Not that I hate you all, anyone. It's not about anyone else. It's just about me liking my personal space too much. But yeah, I think on the flight here, I was just like, oh God, who am I going to get the room with? And the fact that I did not travel with the rest of the team, I really didn't know what I was going to land up into. And I wasn't also involved in the process of what's going to come up. So I was walking in with like a clean slate. So I was like, okay, we might be camping in the middle of the, like by the beach. We might be living in like a really like exotic location, or we might be just like, thrown out to learn things on our way and like make fires from wood. Like I really did not know what to
Yeah,
expect.
so that was my first thought when we were planning out this trip. I was like, how do you find a perfect villa / a space for 22 people, make it comfortable for them to,
For
you
enough
know,
space as
yeah.
well as like
so they,
community
like by the
time.
end of it, they don't want to like kill each other. So that was my first thought.
Nandini's KPI, booking a villa where people don't want to kill each other.
Yeah. I remember Meghna and I doing all the permutations and combinations possible.
Yeah, you guys should see that chart.
Yeah.
We put up a picture of it. It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. We went through 6 permutations, combinations. At one point, I was like, bro, just let's just rotate every person in a room so that they get time for one day alone.
Okay, yeah,
like
but
that was the scene
yeah.
we reached.
One interesting fact about this place: 80% is women.
I was
20%
gonna talk
is
about
men.
that.
Yeah.
So we were also thinking about who'll carry all that makeup and shit.
Oh my God, that's so... Like, I think the first thing I had in mind when I like landed was like, oh, I don't have like Goa clothes, I don't have makeup, I don't have like essentials. And like, I got everything. I got pimple patches. So I borrowed like boob tape from Tanisha.
But you know what? This is my first company offsite.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh,
same.
my God. Have all of you never been on a company
I've been
offsite?
on one company.
Okay,
This
you?
is my first one, and
mine too.
I organized it. So
Oh, but isn't this like your first job also?
no, this is my second job, but first one was not rich
Did
enough
they
to.
not? Oh, yeah. Fair. One thing I'll tell you, companies are always rich.
They just don't wanna spend it.
monetarily, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not...
Yeah, I agree.
I think we spent too much time together in August and September. And I was also feeling like, so I have this weird intuition about people. Like I notice expressions, I notice like things happening. I can figure out like who the person they are talking about is without listening to them or that conversation.
Scary.
I know, but it's also like I want to make it better for everyone,
Yeah.
you know? So I was like, hey, like I think it's time that all of us, you know, spend a good like big boss time together.
Big boss, yeah. Big boss is the correct analogy to use here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you're sharing a room with someone, and like, I'm like super awkward about sharing a bed, especially like sharing a blankie.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm
Same.
like, like this is another level of intimacy. I'm not really sure of like, because like Arsha and I are sharing like one bed, and I'm on one edge of the
Yeah,
bed, and she's
yeah,
on one
yeah.
edge of the bed.
Yeah.
Make sure we don't like touch our feet.
Yeah, but I feel like both of you are like that also.
And dude, also like every time you use the washroom, play music when you poop.
Oh,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Your roommate should not like. I mean, sure, you can be friends.
Yeah.
But I genuinely feel our washroom is so huge. So huge. Like you enter and there's like some 100-meter walk till like the actual.
Now she's just bragging about her master bedroom.
Okay, so guys, go on Instagram and type THALASSA. Okay? The description says Greek Tavern. Okay? When you go to that place, does someone want to take it from here?
Give us a
Like, okay, I'm sure every person in India, when they think of Goa, it's always synonymous to thalassa. And I'm sure like Delhiites might agree. But like thalassa is like the jam. As soon as you enter Goa, like thalassa is painted all over the street. It's like the place to go. And in my whatever years of coming to Goa, I had never been to thalassa because even though it was like painted all over, I just like did not get the hype.
I've been to Thalassa
Yeah.
as like a teenager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but when
Yeah.
it opened, it was actually good.
Exactly.
So-
that's why I was not against going
I don't
there.
know.
So how
Yeah.
was it last
So okay, so I think we were in 2 cars and like first car reached and like we were out there and I was like, pack that shit, okay, Saturday night. It was packed as shit. There was Bollywood music raging, which were, I mean, like, not really bad. I mean, that's exactly what we were planning to go for. Like, we really
Yeah,
wanted to
we
do
also
some
did
masala Bollywood.
one night of Bollywood
Yeah.
the night before. So we were like, okay, fine. Maybe this will be fun. And we
Yeah.
heard it from the outside, but we didn't know the chaos of
Dude, we
it.
went there and like we were in the queue and he told us that to enter, we would have to get a bill of 80 grand to get a table. And then we were like, what? Which sounded a little insane. And then finally we negotiated a little bit and then he said, okay, we can give you a cabana.
A private
cabana.
Because you all seem like decent people.
Decent people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we seemed like decent people, and even though Bilal was not wearing shoes, he was let in into his, like, with his chappals, because
Birkenstock.
apparently he was wearing expensive chappals, so he was let in. But we were promised a cabana, a private cabana with like 14 girls, 3 young men. Like, okay, it's a private space, you get your own space, it's fine. We enter, and there is sweat.
Yeah, we were
Everywhere.
marinating in people's
We
sweat.
entered as a human chain.
Yeah. The
dude.
men were all like being so protective.
Yeah.
It was very,
Very
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
It was very
Yeah.
adorable. And I think, yeah, like, and then we were all like holding each other like
So there
this
was
and just walking
one
over.
guy, there was this one guy who was just standing and he was just like, you wanna dance? You wanna dance? You want like every girl, like,
dude, like, we were just-
So it was like Nandini, me, Johnny, he was like, you wanna dance? You wanna dance?
And then he was like, you're deaf, you're deaf, you're deaf. We did not respond. He's like, you are deaf.
Yeah.
You're deaf. You're deaf. Yeah.
For an hour and a half, we were just standing because people were not coming and cleaning.
Dude, oh my god.
So
So,
we just
people in
stood.
Thalassa, by the way, have a thing for dancing atop of the sofas. Like if you go to Thalassa and if you don't dance on top of the chair or like the sofa, then you're not even in Thalassa. Like what's the point? You can go to any other bar then.
Yeah,
It's the
so-
only bar that allows you to stand atop the sofas. And there were like footprints there where we had to sit with our nice dainty dresses. Like,
I did not even sit for a second.
yeah, but it was honestly 2 out of 10.
Either it's one never have I ever or it's one most likely. It takes one person to break the ice, one person to start driving the car.
And Neha used to
everybody.
randomly always ask the most juicy questions at the most random places, okay? For whatever reason. Like we played Never Have I Ever at Hideaway.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we played Who Would You Never Travel With
In the
again
car.
in the car.
And it always
everyone
starts with this stays in the car. This stays in the pool.
It never stays in the car or in the pool. But also, I don't feel like the party starts until someone who's reluctant to jump into the pool gets pushed into the pool.
Oh my god, Arsha.
Arsha.
Not once, not twice,
Yeah.
3 times.
And it was always Bilal pushing Arsha in.
Always.
Always.
He even did the same thing to her at the beach.
Beach.
A very quaint beach, which has a great sunset.
I
Would be
love
really
what
nice.
we did.
Yeah.
I loved what we did.
Yeah. But it's so strange that Morjam actually used to be iconic like 2-3 years ago. And now I feel like the Baga virus has sort of
Yeah, dude, the bar.
gotten into it. And now there's just Arambol and above, which is decent. And then there's Kolva and below, which is decent. So I guess.
I really like that. We were on a shack by the beach. The sun was setting. We were just having fun, reading our books.
I don't think we slept on time on
Yeah.
any day.
Yeah.
So we all
Yeah.
slept at between 6:30 to 8:30, except for the first day when Kavya madam said she's going to change and then she decided to pass out. She values her sleep more than other things for sure.
FOMO got nothing on her.
I don't think I give in to FOMO at all. I think this is one thing that a lot of company offsites teach you is that at the end of the day, you should value your sleep.
Dude,
more
also
than-
there's only
Dude, if
so
it has
much.
to reach you, it'll reach you somehow or the
Yeah,
other.
same.
Like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like, I know I carry the party wherever I go. So the party can restart when I wake up.
This is Kavya Sassy, okay?
Oh, this is interesting. This is non-vegetarian. This is vegetarian.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, we have a lot of vegetarians, guys, in our
No,
company.
it's 5 out of 8.
It's not 5.
That's
it?
5. Yeah.
That's it.
Why do we keep ordering so much veg food then?
Because non-vegetarians also eat veg food.
Ah, yes, of course. That's
The fries are first to fly off the table.
Yeah.
I think the
from
one
the top.
place that we really had a good time at was this place called Hideaway, which was in
I forgot.
Vagator.
Find out.
Vagator.
Vagator.
Hideaway was in Vagator, really nice vibe, not super crowded on a Friday night. The cocktails were really good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah.
food was excellent, I think, to be honest. Like, service was real fast.
Yes.
The service staff was on top of their feet.
Yeah.
They gave us shots.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were so
good.
good.
Shots on the
So
house.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really sweet.
And I have the most bizarre recommendation. We loved the bagan. Yeah, there was a dish.
Yeah.
Aubergine. What's bagan in English?
Yeah,
Like-
eggplant.
no.
Aubergine.
Aubergine.
Yeah, it was like some toasted aubergine, and it was just me and Kushal on everyone's face. Like, taste this. This is like the best dish ever, and people weren't buying it at all for a second.
And it was just
until-
bang on toast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was really good. You didn't have it, right?
No.
Did you have it?
Fresh food.
Mazakai was a desperate
Marcus
choice.
Eye.
Sorry,
Marcus Eye.
Marcus Eye was a desperate choice, I think, because
Yeah.
we were all fucking hungry and then we were just like, oh my god, where do we go? Where do we go? So we tried Vinayak and then there were like 40 people waiting at Vinayak.
Yeah, but Marcus, I had great dessert though.
Oh,
agree.
yeah.
Parle-G.
Parle-G,
Yeah.
Ice cream
vanilla,
thing.
banger.
Yeah. Every other vegetarian dish tasted the exact same. Order, like, close your eyes, order whatever's going to taste the same. So you're not missing out.
Yeah.
It was pretty much similar on the non-veg side too.
Yeah.
Like it was the same gravy, just
Exactly.
with
Different meat.
Yeah. There's the hell sauce, heaven sauce, and he was like, oh, spicy, medium spicy. Both of them came, they were the same.
But we're going to this place called Jamun today.
Which is
Yeah.
iconic, by the way. I go there every time I come to Goa. Neighbors is a great place to have breakfast.
Yes.
Get the eggs Benedict, the Turkish eggs, so many things.
The
Vietnamese
avo
coffee.
toast,
the French-
It's insane.
And the dessert.
Oh, they have
Yeah.
this.
Oh my God.
Okay, they have the best bacon I have ever had. It's honey bacon. Honey what?
Honey glazed bacon.
Honey glazed bacon. And you know, like initially I was like, oh my god, this is going to be too sweet. But the sweetness just like comes in and then the bacon like takes over and it's like a whole like scene in your mouth.
First of all, I don't know how she's doing it. Staying up at 8:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. I see a text. Guys, are you up? Guys, what
I
about
woke
brunch?
Up, I woke up. I went to sleep definitely before Meghna. I woke up 100% after her. Like 10 polls in the group for different things. And I'm just texting her personally, are you okay? Do you need any help with? Because I was so like, how is she doing it?
Because I kind of enjoy it. I love taking people out to like good food places.
This is elder-daughter energy.
Yeah.
Elder sibling energy.
Yeah.
This is energy.
Yeah.
I love doing that. Like this morning's breakfast was, I feel like the best.
Yeah.
Meal till now.
Yes.
We all
Even the
eat-
vibes, even the
Yeah.
vibes were
Yeah.
exactly what we needed.
Exactly. And there was like Anup Jain. And
Yeah,
there
it
was,
was like nice
Oh,
acoustic music, live
Exactly.
music.
Firstly, climate change, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I don't think I want to invest in something that's going to submerge at some point. Straight up. But I wouldn't mind going to like a hill station instead. Like somewhere interior in Goa is beautiful.
I'm on the.
I feel like I wouldn't mind like a holiday home in Goa, like a nice like cottage by the beach. But I can't live here. Like this can't be my life.
Exactly.
I got things to do. I got to be in the rat race.
Yeah.
Like I gotta wake up to like some whole pressure. Like, okay, what are we doing? I need to get shit done every day. I feel like the Goa life is like super slow, and I wouldn't mind it at like 60. Actually, no, at 60 also I would be.
I think I wouldn't mind it because I come from Jaipur and I've lived in Mumbai, Delhi, and now in Bangalore. So by the time I hit 40, I'll be okay with having a house right beside the beach and just painting my life.
I think vacations are really helpful to realign yourself. I don't know why. But I feel like, constantly being in one place makes it very meh.
I share the opposite opinion. I don't think vacations work for me at all. I can either work or vacation.
Yeah, I agree.
can't even go to a cafe and properly work. Like, I can gaslight myself into believing I actually work, but there's no work happening. If I'll go to office or I'll sit at home and run at a table and work, and then I'll head out. I can't mix that.
I feel if
think,
we set an agenda, we'll be able to do it. Like, that's it.
I'm just a yapper. I'll keep roaming around and yapping.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree
Yeah.
with like I'm Team Nehal on this. But also, if I were to take a workation, I don't think I would choose Goa.
What would
I would
you
really
choose?
like to have enough money to take a vacation internationally because, like, yeah, I would not like to bump into people.
Would you ever do a Himalayan trek with your work colleagues?
I wouldn't do a trek if you pay me to do a trek.
That's all. I wouldn't do it.
I don't know why people do that to themselves.
One sec, like, have you never thought of? I love the idea of like living on the most basic shit. You know, like seeing how less you need to actually survive, because it grounds you, and then you go back to your life, and then, you know,
Like, you
I don't.
feel
Yeah,
you
it's
feel good about it.
exactly.
Yeah, you feel grateful for what
Yeah.
you've been able to.
Not great. Okay, great. Okay, grateful. Okay, I hate feeling grateful at any point or anything. No, it's just I think that we're so constantly surrounded in this hustle culture that we never stop working, thanks to WhatsApp and like how connected we are as people. So I feel like that disconnect really helps you realize that hey, you can just survive on like fucking dry chapatis and Maggie and no network for days together, and it doesn't really make a difference if you had your friends or your family or whatever else.
But I feel all of us here are so high maintenance. I don't think anybody can actually
I agree.
live that life.
Yeah. But you know, the true like colors of people really show in a trek, I must say.
Yeah.
Like you will know who's a bitch and who's not, and who's like nice and who's not, and who's supporting and calm, and you know, in a stress situation.
Who's a problem solver?
Get in the pool. That's the thing. I don't know why. Everybody just gets a little chill and vulnerable in the pool.
I think for me, the number one hack would be for a personality like mine would be just like take enough breaks to isolate yourself to recharge
Yeah.
your social
Yeah.
battery. Because to be in the company of 20 people constantly, it's really hard. Because like someone or the other is constantly like at the top of their game.
Yeah.
It's like it's never like we're never at the same frequency. We don't have resonance ever. Like there's always someone who's passed out. There's always someone who's just woken up. There's always someone who's
Yeah.
making Maggie. There's always someone who's like lost. So it's like really important to just like, at least I do that a lot, is that take out like 20 minutes to just lock myself in the washroom and like, okay, you're here. It's fine. You can just scroll on Twitter for a bit. like rewind yourself and then go back at it.
Yeah.
I tune in and out of conversations. Like
I just zone out. When the
Yeah,
story is too
same.
long, I just clock out. It's like, okay.
yeah. I think I do 20 minutes, 20 minutes. I'll be like, okay, 20 minutes in, 20 minutes out.
Yeah.
20 minutes in,
Yeah.
20 minutes out. That's why cooking is also a good
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Meghna has religiously cooked breakfast.
Every morning.
Yeah.
every morning. Too.
Almost.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, I feel like the first week back at work after like a holiday like this is like the most awkward. It's like, I've seen you like that. Like you're all dressed up like in your boss girl, like attire. I'm
yeah.
like, you know what? I know exactly how you sleep with your mouth open. I feel like best dress is like again because we're a team dominated by women and we have some really
Okay, if there's
girl,
one
look at that.
thing WDF is good at as the company is that we have great taste. Like in anything, whether it's food, the way you dress, the way you present yourselves, the way you talk, whatever it is. Like literally, okay, so we were going to take this family photo, not family photo.
It's actually a family.
No, family is toxic, bro. Let's not do that. Let's come back to work stuff. But yeah, we were going to take a group picture and Bilal showed up in his swimming trunks and a dumb shirt.
ugly.
It was so bad. It was so bad, okay? And literally all the girls. And Rakshan was wearing this amazing shirt, okay? It was like,
Oh my god. Pink and green.
Exactly.
Oh
So
my
it was
god.
like, it was totally vibing and all of us were in that same zone. And then Bilal came with a grey shirt.
He was wearing a blue shirt
Yeah.
with green trunks.
No, it was blue.
It started with
It was
even
like
worse.
India-Pakistan cricket team combination.
Yeah, so he was literally banished to go back, change his shirt and come back. So he just wore a shirt for just that
We'll put the picture.
photo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like before coming, I came with no thoughts because there was so much work to close. There was just insane amount of work to be done, and I was doing it until like 3 hours before the offsite. So this was great. Like I personally truly I finished everything offsite truly detached, and everybody I work with is here, so there's no like when is this gonna be
Yeah, I
done?
remember a day before I was losing it.
Yeah.
Completely.
Everyone
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
We were all on one marathon.
Yeah.
Of just like closing things, making
Yeah.
sure it's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was insane.
So we're gone for 4 days, but I think we acted like we're gone for the whole month,
It's good.
which is great.
Yeah, you know, the weird thing is like we're a creative business.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of it is to do with execution, right? But the ideas don't happen if you don't have time to think of them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Straight up. So we're trying to like get on top of our schedule in terms of, you know, doing like a 1 month ahead kind of thing. So that we have more like breathe, relax.
And we're all like a bunch of people who don't compromise. Everybody is a dreamer. Everybody wants to get done tomorrow, but at the best level.
Yeah.
WTF is Happening is an in-house lifestyle podcast of the WTF team. We're just trying to build like taste, culture, creativity with this IP. And we'll be talking about everything happening around us, things we are working on, things that we have opinions on and that are worth sharing. Yeah. The IP is here to stay.
Okay, everyone, thanks for watching. We're too hungover. We gotta go now.
Like, share, subscribe.
Bye.
Okay, bye.